Do you have a dream about how you'll pass your time when you decide that you're finally going to retire? Well, our next guest says it's difficult to have a successful retirement if you don't know the kind of lifestyle you want to have when you actually do retire. And joining us once again is Jacksonville's retirement coach, Adam Wolf. It's so good to see you once again. No stranger to the show. He helps people plan their retirements. He joins us every Tuesday here on First Coast Living to give us some advice.
Great to see
and
you.
To give the people at home advice. Good to see you. Okay, so let's talk about this. You kind of said, listen, there's two approaches to think about it. When you get into retirement, do you want kind of the status quo, or do you want to try to live a lifestyle that you've always dreamed of living about? So talk about the difference between the two, about how you will be living your retirement out when you decide to do it.
Yeah, everybody's retirement lifestyle is a little different, and some folks, have done an outstanding job of preparing financially, but might not have done a great job of sort of visualizing that lifestyle of what they want to have happen. And the other way around is the opposite of that is some people have not done a great job of saving. It might be a little bit less of a lifestyle than what they have envisioned. So it's all about taking into account everything that you have, whether it's your income sources like your Social Security, your pensions, also your assets, your savings, to generate the necessary income, the necessary resources to have whatever retirement you visualize.
And talk about that, because when people think about the lifestyle they want to live, a lot of people think, I need to pay bills, I need to make sure, but you say think beyond that, and that's something that you say people might not take into account until they sit down in your office and you say, no, really, what kind of lifestyle do you want to live?
Well, we're humans. It's human nature to take care of our necessities and our needs first. And once you have a plan to take care of those necessities, those needs, to be able to pay the bills, what do you want to have happen? What do you want to have incur in your retirement? We're going from some folks working 40, 50, 60 hours a week to now going into a retirement where we're not working. What's going to fill the time? You can only travel so much. I mean, some people can travel a lot. Hanging out with the grandkids, going into a volunteer situation, or having a part-time job, which a lot of my clients do, just to stay active and have that additional sources of income that helps, but also to stay active and engaged and just have a great time of doing something that they want to do versus something that they had to do all those years.
So when someone comes into your office, explain how you sit down with them and you determine if you will have enough money, given the assets that you have now, to be able to retire at age X and to have the lifestyle that you choose.
Yeah, so when we come into the office, you meet with us, we have a very relaxed atmosphere. We give you one of the best cups of coffee in Jacksonville, and we just, if you like tea, we have that as well. We go through a process that allows us to uncover what you want to have happen in retirement, and then we take an inventory of all of your income sources, and then take an inventory of your savings. We look at the fees within your savings, the excessive fees sometimes in your savings. We then look at the risk within your savings to make sure it matches up with what you want to have happen, and we build a blueprint and put together an overall game plan for you to enjoy your retirement and maximize what you can have in your retirement. And we have software that allows us to look at probabilities of being successful in retirement, but doing this for as many years as I've done it, there's an art to it as well. So as we get closer to retirement, or if you're in retirement, if you haven't had that discussion with someone, it could be a great opportunity for you to have that done.
And so another thing that you've talked about on the show as well is the retirement portfolio stress test. You do the review, but you also look at the assets, and then you determine, right, given what you have, the fees that you might be paying on this mutual fund or this portfolio or what have you, and how that aligns up over the next however many years that you still need to have those assets intact before you actually retire.
Yeah, that's one of the great values that you will get when you come meet with us. We're going to look at and analyze the true fees that you're paying within your portfolio. Some of the expenses you thought you were paying within your 401k, your IRA, if you're working with another advisor or just owning mutual funds, we're going to analyze those and tell you what those are. Sometimes they're in line and consistent with what should be a normal fee. Other times they're very excessive, and you start to add up an additional 1% a year over a 20 or 30 year retirement, we're talking about tens, sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars that should be in your pocket and not be in the pocket of the company or the advisor that you're currently working with or potentially going to work with. We also look at the risk within there as well to make sure that the risk matches up with what you want to have happen, whether it's too much stock market risk, not enough stock market risk, or hey, do I even need the stock market to accomplish my goals? I have clients that don't even need the stock market to accomplish their goals. So that's what we do every day for our clients.
There you go. Sit down one-on-one, figure it out, have a plan in place,
yes,
and then have peace of mind. It's good to see you, as always, Adam. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. You want to give
You're
the
welcome.
number for Adam if you want to schedule that appointment today, 904-232-8760. It's on the screen if you want to give him a call, 904-232-8760. And that will be for the Retirement Complimentary Retirement Readiness Review. The offer is good for First Coast Living viewers who are in and around the retirement age. And Wolf Retirement, by the way, has 2 locations. If you want to come check them out, one in Jacksonville, also one in Clay County. And we want to thank Wolf Retirement Navigation, of course, for coming on and making this segment happen.
All right, after the break.